Glenn Beck is trending for a fairly awful reason. That he's continued to be Glenn Beck. And this is, I'll give you an example real quick, if I can just jump right in here. This is making the rounds on Twitter right now. And this is Glenn Beck's take on this right now. And this is going to be a short little thing, but enjoy.
What new evidence do we have that we should mutilate the bodies of children?
I didn't know. I haven't been looking for that or whatever. I don't know what your Pornhub search results are, Glenn, but they frighten me.
Tell me the case. This, in a reasonable society, this would be debated a long time before it was ever even introduced.
By the way, they're talking about, transitioning trans kids, and it's a very important conversation. Again, a lot of middle ground. Glenn is going nowhere near this. This is just anti-trans gish galloping.
If it was introduced, it would get the people of the country to look at it and go, wait a minute.
Is that what they would say?
Make your case. Show me the evidence. That's what's happening overseas. It's not happening here because they're shutting everybody up.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're shutting everyone up. Okay.
Now,
and then
don't talk to me about book burners.
Why not? Oh, because you like that. I see.
When you are doing everything you can to shout people down and make them afraid to speak, you won't even get to the books.
Yeah, arguing. Look, arguing with this asshole is basically like burning the books he hasn't written. Fucking hell.
You don't have to. You just get to all the authors. You just get to everybody who can write a book or even make a decent argument against it, and you frighten them.
But maybe they don't have a decent argument. But that's why they get frightened.
Why this is bothering me so much.
I don't know, because focusing on 0.0053% of the populace is, and your fears about their sexuality or their expression keeps you up at night because it's the only area where you think you can manufacture an imaginary win.
It wasn't.
Oh, here it comes.
It wasn't the Nazis that were killing people, per se. It was the doctors that were Nazis that were killing people.
Both my grandfathers fought in World War II, and I think they would beg to differ. You fuck. Yeah, that's
Joseph Mengele.
Yes, was an awful person. But insofar as I know, never picked up a rifle until he did himself in.
He was operating within standard framework.
No, he was not. There's a concentration camp with a medical facility attached to it is not normal framework. All right, fucking gross. Anyways, meanwhile, that's why he's trending. Also, P.S. Whoops, where is he? So this is Glenn Beck, and then we go to videos real quick, and then where is he? He has his own little thing. This is him. Everybody's like, hey, brought up Agenda 21. He finally explained it in 2012, of which there isn't one. All right, but anyways, where was he? Oh, hey, no, it's not gonna be in there. Okay, hold on. Latest, let's see, Glenn Beck. This has been making the rounds, and along with this shit, and then he has this pastor on. Where is that? It's down in here. That's his bit. Oh wait, is this him? Yes, here it is. This is Glenn's idea of a perfect clip. Cowboy Glenn of the Wrangler Cowboy Clan. These are the guys who follow you into a jeans store and ask you to if they think if you think girls will like them in these jeans, and you're like, dude, who are you? Yeah. This is a moment, if I may, of Glenn Beck picking a piece of his own to post on his timeline of his show about evil. We are surrounded on all four sides by evil.
Can you talk a little bit about evil as a force and the difference between fighting flesh and bone and principalities?
The guy is a pastor. I think he probably is capable.
Yeah. Well, it's
Principalities.
as surely as there is a God in heaven who loves us, there's
enough orange pancake makeup to make him look like a chicken wing. I mean, sorry. Go ahead.
devil headed to hell who hates us.
Doesn't he live in hell? Doesn't he freely come to earth? I don't know what, like, I'm not up on the latest mythology. Glenn doesn't seem to be buying it either. Can you tell me all about this evil as a thing? Okay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to justify me shooting my neighbor because they've got a demon inside them. Go. It's murder if it's a person, but if there's a demon inside them, give me some whacking area. All right.
And he's a fallen angel known as Lucifer.
Oh, see, I was not. Does anybody know this? This is amazing.
We call him Satan.
Do we? I prefer Beelzebubba, but that's just me.
The Bible calls him the prince of the power of the air.
Of the air? What air are we talking about? He's got more. This dude's got more titles than Apollo Creed.
And so that speaks of a realm of demonic powers that.
Yes, the air is full of demons. This makes total sense. Thank you, sir. I feel so much better.
Are under him, which are.
Yes, the air that's under him is full of evil.
Fallen angels that do his bidding. There's one devil. He's not.
Win big, mama's fallen angel. Now you got a Poison song stuck in my fucking head. Thanks, dude. That's evil. Now that is evil. She stepped off a bus out into the city streets. Right? See what I mean? Now it's stuck in your head. The evil spreads through the air. Sorry. What an asshole.
The equal of God. God is all-knowing. Satan is limited knowledge. God is all-powerful. Satan is limited power.
All right. Well, I don't even know what I'm worried about.
God is omnipresent, present everywhere. Satan can only be in one place at one time.
Strictly speaking, as the embodiment of evil, alleged in the said documents you're referring to, I kind of think that doesn't, I don't know, is this canon? Are we going to have to switch the whole fucking thing up? I just watched Morpheus, and I don't know how much to add to the overall canon, whether that's a keeper or are you sure we're not in Rocky V territory? God made the devil on purpose. Exactly. So that free will would actually have meaning. This is silly. I love this guy's description, though. This is fantastic.
But he has these demon forces. And
yeah, well, of course he'd have to, because he can only be in one pair at once. I mean, we're all overwhelmed. I mean, I've got to be evil over here, and I've got to be evil over there, and it's just little old me. And I'm rushing about. I'm getting my tail caught in the door. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to need some little demonlets. Can I have some demon drumsticks that run around? Oh, here's one.
His agenda. Jesus summed it up very clearly.
Oh, good. So you couldn't have jumped straight to this bullshit instead of...
This is a thief, speaking of Satan, comes only to steal, kill, and destroy.
Well, I got to argue, I wouldn't call that person a thief. I think it's an awkward thing. But if you have a thief just steals. Once they kill and destroy, I think thieving is the least of our worries, right? Nobody gives a fuck about, like, he murdered this whole family, destroyed an entire city block, and he pilfered the refrigerator, took all the cottage cheese. He's like, hey, you know that guy? Yeah, he murdered thousands, slaughtered them. Just a violent sexual assaulter, burned villages to the ground. Yep. He's also a thief. Oh, dear God.
But then he contrasted himself with that and said, but I have come, Jesus speaking, to give.
Oh, la-di-da. But I, oh, my. I'm not like that. I'm not like this pig. Ugh. Did God do that? But I.
Give you life and that more abundantly. So here's our choice, life or death.
Life or theft, I think was what you were kind of saying. You've lost me. I am completely lost. I don't know what, I don't think it's possible to know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
God says in scripture.
Yeah, all right. A lot has been said. Glenn asked you a minute and a half ago how the fuck you battle the idea of evil or evil in the world. And this is what we've got so far.
I set before you death and life, blessings and curses.
Yeah, and choose between the two, beatings or candy. It's a clear and stark choice. Why would you? Yeah.
Choose life that you may live. It's almost like a teacher in a classroom.
It's almost like a t-shirt on Wham. Wake me up before you go. Choose life. Remember the big, I'm a big fan of Choose Less Evil. I have a t-shirt you can get if you want. Just merch plug.
And they're giving the final exam. And they're saying you have.
Oh, no. I knew it. I knew there would be a pop quiz. Fuck. Is this going to go, how much, in terms of whether I end up in heaven or hell, how much is this final exam on my grade?
To get this question right to pass the exam. By the way, here's the answer to the question.
Oh, well, that's just cheating.
And God's saying, here's life. It's before you. Life, death, you choose. By the way, I love how he puts in choose.
He's lost Glenn entirely. Glenn has moved on to his next question and is falling asleep. And this motherfucker is just blathering.
Life. Like I'm telling you, do this. But it is our choice. And so every day we have a choice to even as a Christian, to yield to Satan and his temptation.
I got to say, I think that's kind of like, dietary restrictions. I think you remove that choice entirely. I'm going to go with just, yeah, I don't know that you would go, all right, today, let's see, as a Christian, do I choose Satan today? I mean, it is a Friday, and that's when all the fun happens. Is it, but no? No.
Temptations and his enticements and our selfishness and our pride and all the things that we do, or to yield to God and to, as a Christian, to open his word, to pray, to be humble before him. You know, the funny thing here.
Now, notice how, like, the rest of it, all the things he's kind of pointing to have to do with just being alive, like pride and those kind of things, like any varying degrees of just going, yeah, it's a pretty good job mowing the lawn, lightning bolt. But what it means to be good is to read the Bible, pray, and praise, which is this like permanent church. Fucking hell.
We're talking about
I can't speed this dickhead up because there's not a double time. I don't think on this is on Twitter.
The last thing you want to do is serve someone else, but the reality is the Bible teaches.
I don't know if it's the last thing. I mean, sometimes it can be really nice. I get my girlfriend a cup of coffee every morning.
If you lose your life, you find your life. That's what Jesus.
Okay, this dude reads scripture straight out of a blender and pulls out strips of Bible verses, I think, like they're fucking fortune cookies.
Jesus said. And when you help others, they actually have a term for it. It's called the helper's high.
That's in 3 Corinthians.
The medical term that they use to describe the release of endorphins when you help somebody.
Don't go sciencey on me now, dickhead.
Or do something for someone besides yourself. So we think it's all about me. Get everything I can and I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's Glenn. That's what Glenn's thinking right now. He's like, how can I attack people and still be pretend to be Jesus-like. You're supposed to help me, and now this is just gibberish.
Bible teaches the opposite. It's actually about others, giving out.
What a bunch of commie bullshit. What are you talking about? This is what Ayn Rand was on about. You get what the fuck? What do you mean others? What, the community?
But ultimately,
this is not what Glenn wanted to hear this morning.
Starting with receiving from God. So there is a devil. He's active. And I believe it's...
Well, he has to be. There's only one of them. He can't. I mean, he's running around like a Satan with his head cut off.
Satan literally whispering in the ears of these young people today.
I think so too.
Take
Well, I mean, how could he?
your life. Nobody cares about you. You don't matter.
That's what it ends on. Yeah. And this is a clip that Glenn posted on his Twitter. Like, how can I sum up the conversation that I had with this pastor on my podcast? What moment between the two of us really shores up the entire conversation and lets people know in a nutshell what a fucking nutcase we both are? Holy shit. What a waste of time. And this is, by the way, he floats that up on the same day that that there's this thing circulating that he's that he's like, it wasn't the Nazis that killed people per se. It was the Nazis' medical profession that millions of dollars a week this asshole makes. I'm just saying, this is how do you even compete with just that level of absolute horseshit? I mean, like, that idiocy is the baseline requirement for having the audience that he has or Russell has or Jimmy has or any of those folks. Like, you can't make sense and maintain that audience because you will eat your own talking points at some point and they will hate you for it. So you've just got to toss your own salad, every day and hope no one notices.